You've fallen asleep and are about to drift off into dream world when you're on a Zoom call. Mute. You're super focused, working on a project. Who else has these frustrations? I know I'm not the only one. Why do they have to bark so much? And is there anything that can be done? Yes, there is something that can be done about that barking to stop it. Now, it's a common problem that so many of us deal with. It is so common of a problem that Yeti and I have created a free guide for you on how to stop the dog barking. When you sign up for our free email list, you'll not only get that guide on how to stop your dog from barking, but you'll also get plenty of other free tips and tricks for you on dog ownership. You know what? I wrote it while Yeti was sitting quietly at my feet. You can sign up through our link listed below and it's free. Now, something you have to do when your dog is barking, recognize the reason for their bark. A lot of the time it's from boredom. You know, your dog is napping on the couch or just hanging out on the floor in the sunlight, like wherever they hang out. The reason why your dog barks is because they get really excited about seeing something, hearing something. You know, something's going on outside, like squirrel outside their window, and they're like instantly perked up and they instantly start barking because, oh my goodness, there's a squirrel. Amazon package arrives, and you know how your dogs love those Amazon packages. A leaf blows across the yard. A neighbor dog is outside barking. Now, if you want to know when your Amazon package arrives, that's totally fine, totally your call. It's up to you. If you want to be alerted when that Amazon package arrives, you know, let your dog bark. If not, then you'll want to listen. It's when that barking gets out of control that it becomes a problem. Now, Yeti, whenever he sees something outside, like if he's in the backyard and he wants to come in, you know, he'll bark like once or twice to let me know, like just this little to let me know that, Mom, it's time for me to come inside. I've done my job. Coming inside, Mom. Come get me. And it's when that barking gets out of control that it becomes a problem. And that problem means that you have to step in. Now, you're not going to step in by screaming, quiet! Hey, stop barking! You're being a bad dog! Because what your dog is going to hear is they're going to hear, keep barking! You're being a great dog! Way to get that pesky squirrel! Good boy! And that's just encouraging them to bark. If you give them a treat to stop them from barking, they're gonna think, oh goodness, I get a treat when I bark. So what is that gonna do for your dog? That's right, they're just gonna think, oh boy, I'm just gonna keep on barking because I get a treat for barking. To your dog, it becomes a game and it continues to keep adding energy to their barking. To us, it's a totally messed up game. You're rewarding them for barking, which is what we don't want to do, but we're thinking that we're doing the right thing in giving them a treat once they stop barking. But for your dog, they're thinking, oh boy, I'm getting a treat for barking. I'm gonna keep on barking. So the treat to lure them away from barking is not working. You've only made the barking worse. So your dog becomes stressed, leading to just more barking. So don't add energy to it by yelling at your dog. Be calm instead. What you're gonna do when you're totally calm and not talking is you'll lead your dog away from that area where they're barking. Like if they're hanging out in the window, barking at that pesky squirrel in your backyard, you'll lead them away silently. Like just bring them into another room. Because by being silent, you're not encouraging them to keep barking. You're not letting them know that, oh, you're being a great dog for barking. Thank you so much for letting me know about that squirrel in our backyard. You're gonna lead them away from that window and lead them into another room of your house. Now, we don't wanna confuse your dog, so you're going to lead them away from that window where they're barking a little bit like, there's a squirrel in my yard. I'm gonna get you a squirrel. You're gonna lead them into another room, have them sit, lay down, be quiet. You'll only talk to them once you get them into that other room. But you're not going to tell them when they're at the window barking like crazy, stop barking. Come on, let's go to the other room, because your dog is just gonna think, oh my goodness, this means that I can bark even more because my mom loves it when I bark at that squirrel. I need to protect my mom from that squirrel and mom appreciates it. Now, once you get into that other room, you'll have your dog sit, lay down, you know, chill out, be quiet, and then you're going to praise the dog because your dog will associate being in that other room with being quiet and being a good dog. Yeah, I have your Buddha here. Your baby Buddha. This is baby Buddha. This is big Buddha. Now, dogs learn differently than we do. They need to be taught in that moment that they're doing the the wrong thing or the right thing. So timing is absolutely key. You'll silently go over to your dog when your dog is barking at that pesky squirrel outside in the window or barking at whatever he's barking at, and you'll silently correct them by leading them into another room and having them sit, lay down, and be quiet. By doing that, you're teaching them that it's unacceptable to bark, and you're correcting them in a way that they know and that they understand. You're doing that the moment it's happening, because they're not going to be able to associate what you're correcting them for now versus what had just happened like 5 minutes ago. For more tips and tricks on stopping barking, be sure to check out this video and we'll bark at you next time.